What's up, guys? Welcome to our channel. Woo! So long in the making, but we are here. We have our business channel, but we also are doing our family channel, couples channel, whatever you want to call it. We will bring our kids in the video later on, but yeah, we are so excited to start this adventure with you guys, let you in on our lives and our relationship. Not too much in on our relationship, but just get to know us both on a whole nother level. And in today's video, we are going to be doing a Q&A for you guys, just to kind of get to know our background with kind of like how we met and like how our relationship got started and like the earlier stages of our relationship. So we are so excited to share this with you guys. And yeah, let's get right into the questions. Question number 1. How did we meet and where did we meet?
Met at a strip club. No, I'm just playing. We met up in Orlando, who was part of this organization called Amway, and was actually on the same team. Shout out to the people who doing Amway. You got to grind for that. But that's how we met up in Orlando.
Yeah, I think it was definitely in 2010. And the funny thing is, when we met, we both were in relationships at the time. So, you know, it's not like we thought anything of it. You know, I thought he was a cool dude. Like, you know, he was nice, very approachable, and a people's person, definitely. But we were both in relationships. So that's kind of where that led to. But yeah, I think it was in 2010.
Just for the record, we didn't do nothing with each other while we was in these other relationships at the time. So I don't want you thinking of Kia.
Oh my God, man. Can't you put me on blast?
Nah, for real.
Okay. Question number 2. What was our first thoughts of each other? Well, my first thought of Bae was that he was like a pretty boy. I wasn't really into, like, to me, when I first met him, he got darker over the years, in my opinion. But when I first met him, like, I thought he was like really yellow, like light skin, and I'm just not, I don't really like light skinned dudes like that. So, and then he had like waves and stuff, so I thought he was like a pretty boy. But he was real cool. He was real cool. Very, like I said, very approachable, nice, and yeah, that's kind of like my initial thoughts of him. I didn't think too much into it. What about you, man?
He thought I was the bomb. Diggity. But my first thoughts of Kiki was, damn, this girl eat a lot of Oreos. That was my first thought.
I don't know. Was that really your first thought, man?
Yeah. Because it's summer and sunny, that's all they talked about with you. It's like you eat a lot of Oreos, and when you came over, first thing you did was you went to the cabinet and grabbed some Oreos and you start eating. So when I seen that, I was like, damn, this girl eat a lot of Oreos. And
I like Oreos.
And
I really do.
then she used to wear a lot of makeup back then because she was into modeling. So we used to always look at her pictures and stuff. So those was my first thoughts.
Who's we?
I ain't mentioning no names.
You already did.
Yeah, that's one name, but
about 3 of them so far.
Well,
don't worry about it.
Yeah, I ain't mentioning his name. Nothing but
No.
respect and love for you, bro. Just don't want to put your name in here and make you feel no type of way.
Yeah, but I guess that was our first thoughts of each other. Okay. Question number 3. What was dating each other like? So, I can definitely say that dating each other was really like fun. Like at the beginning stages of our relationship, like we met off of like a mental, spiritual connection. Like, I don't think it was like physical. I mean, yeah, but no. Like, we had so many like days in the beginning of our relationship where we had just like, you know how like, okay, we all grown ups here, but you know how like sex feels. Like, that's like that mental stimulation. That's kind of how it was with us. Like, we talked all the time at the beginning stage of our relationship, and like dating each other was really cool. Like, it was like friends. Like, we were friends. We built a solid friendship at first, but I can say I did put him through hell, because after my last relationship I was like, listen, he either gonna be the one or that's just it. Like, I'm not dating, I'm not doing that, I'm not wasting my time. So, you know, at the beginning, like, I used to make him get off the phone with me at 9 o'clock. Like, I really had standards. I was like, listen, I gotta have some standards for myself. Like, I need to show him that I am a serious person and that I really have serious goals as far as marriage and family and my dating life. Like, I wasn't trying to play around anymore. But it was really fun dating him. Like, I really enjoyed that time. Like, what about you, Jay?
Dating in the beginning,
Yeah.
it was cool. You know, I was straightforward. I was like, I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I'm looking for a wife. And if you finna waste my time, get out.
Wasn't it like that?
Yeah, it was definitely like that.
Really
And that 9 o'clock talk game strong.
You a lie.
Talk game strong.
You a lie.
That happened probably like maybe 3 or 4 times, maybe. Then after that. But it was fun. Dating each other in the beginning was real fun. She used to come by my parents' house and sit outside. And I think it's her grandma SUV at the time. And I used to sit there until she fall asleep. But quite strange because you just literally be sitting here talking and then. So dating him again was real cool. A lot of intellectual conversation, a lot of spiritual conversations, a lot of what we was trying to have, what we was trying to do, you know? It was the cupcake stage. It was very fun and very interesting.
Yes, it was. Question number 4. Who said I love you first?
Me. But only reason I can...
Only reason?
For real. Only reason I can say that I love you first because back then, before I found my wife, I always told myself, and if any of my friends on social media can remember, which this is years back, I put on social media a long time ago, it's like, I already love my wife even though I don't know who she is. So yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Other than that, he definitely said I love you first, and it was a little awkward for me at first because I was like, it was quick. I felt like it was quick, and I was like, okay, like, this is pretty quick. But, you know, I definitely respected that, and,
As a matter of fact, I was the one who said I love you first. Shout out to Ray J.
Just thought about the dance. You sent me. Sorry. Question 5. What was the single most quality that attracted you to each other? Definitely for me, like, what really attracted me to him was like his love and his passion for like teaching others and leading others. Like, I think that was the most significant thing that stood out to me. I was like, wow, like, he really has a heart for people. He has a heart for the things that he teaches about. And I saw like a real man. Like, I know a lot of people be like, oh, well, a real man, he take care of his kids, he do this, which yes, he does. But I also feel like a real man is a man who is of integrity, a man who is of love, a man who is selfless and he cares about others. And you know, that's definitely what drew me to him initially.
What was the question again?
Babe, seriously? Okay, what was the single most quality that attracted you to each other? So I just said mine.
Okay. What attracted me to my wife was very humble, very caring, don't have a problem giving away nothing what belongs to her to other people in a heartbeat, which I'm not cool with. Well, giving away my stuff. Had a good head on her shoulders. She knew where she was headed in life, you know. She wasn't just like your typical average female, which I got nothing against the typical average female, you know, in life, but you just can't be with me. But other than that, the most single attractive thing was like, yeah, humble. Her head was on strong. She knew where she was going, and she looked it good. You know.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Question number 6. How did you know he or she was the one? I think I knew he was the one. Like, one, definitely, like, you know, like when you can see somebody's potential, like that was like number one. And then also like how I knew he was the one is like the love he had for me. And I've never experienced that type of love ever. Like I don't know. It was just, it felt like it was just like so unconditional and genuine and true. Like it wasn't built off of like, you know, like what's the word I'm looking for?
A fantasy.
Yeah, like a fantasy. Like it was
movie
some
script. Like most of you women like to follow.
Oh my God, babe.
No, I'm just playing.
God, but yeah, it was definitely like his heart, and I knew he was the one because of like the conversations we had early on in our relationship. We had some, I can say the conversations we had were some conversations that people aren't having in early on in their relationship. You know, we wasn't around here trying to figure out what was each other's favorite color, favorite movie. Like we trying to head somewhere, so we was really having some like real life conversations like about like religion and like spiritual type things, and just like where we headed in life, and the things that the expectations that we had as far as dating and stuff. So I definitely knew like early on that, yeah, like this was it. Like he was definitely the one.
I am number 1, 2 is not a winner, and 3 nobody remembers. Yeah. Alright, that was lame. Yeah, but okay. Anyway. I knew she was the one when I told her in the beginning, it's like, I'm looking for a wife and not a girlfriend, and she agreed. You know?
Seriously, man? Seriously.
Like, cause to be honest, yeah, I just think once, oh man, I don't want to say it that way. That's gonna sound crazy. I'm gonna say it that way. I ran through a lot of females back then, and I'm not talking about, I ain't sleep with all these females, just to let y'all know. But when you go through so many different relationships and you see certain aspects in each one of those relationships that you like that quality of that person, and then when I finally met her, she had all the good qualities of my exes, you know? So it was like all in one person. So when you see all of those qualities in that one person, it's for certain. It's you like, okay, this it. It's like, it's no flaws. Let's get it. Let's go. So I was head first.
Head first. Ooh, I'm about to die.
Shout out to my exes. Y'all taught me a lot. Thank you. They did.
Yeah. Shout out to mine too.
I hope y'all taught me something.
Talk a lot about myself.
I said that wrong. Hope.
Yeah, okay.
I hope I taught y'all something. You know, yeah. You guys something, you know.
Question number 7. Where was our first date?
Carrabba's.
Okay. It took me months, maybe about years, to come to terms that that was our first date.
Yeah, which was weird.
Because at the beginning, like, I didn't see it as a date. I saw it as 2 friends going out to eat. Like, one thing we did a lot early in our relationship is we went out to eat. With him, I became the biggest size I've ever been, besides me being pregnant. But we went out to eat, and we always had conversation. Like, oh my God, that was like the highlight of our days with each other.
I'm the communicator.
But he is. But I'll communicate too. So, anyways, though, I didn't really see it as a date early on. I just thought, like I said, it was just 2 friends going out to eat and just talking. But to him, it was a date. And he did pay for my food. Comment below real quick if a guy pays for your food, is it a date? I'm very curious about that. But
time out on that. Fellas, this is kind of getting off topic, but be careful paying for these women food, because some of them, they don't have no interest in you and they just want a free meal. So be careful. I learned that.
Okay. Not with me though. But
no, not with you, but okay. Be careful, fellas.
We can do another video on that, but yeah, so I mean, he paid for my food, and then he also made me like a flower or like a arrangement. He made one for me, and he bought it, and so I just had to come to terms that it was a date. Child, it was a date.
Yeah, because the reason why I made the flower with the colorful marbles, got the nice vase, got the fake flowers and stuff, because most of the time, you know, when a fella brings a female, woman, whatever, some flowers, you know, they go dead and they get thrown away. But if you can make something that lasts forever, then you can never forget. She can never forget. So she will never forget our first date because we still have those flowers.
We do. We really do, actually. I still have them in the vase. Question number 8. How do we spend most of our time together? I mean, I think it's the same thing. Kind of like initially in our relationship, it was conversation, eating. I think those two still stand today. But I think obviously with us being together for 7 years, married 5, and having kids, that, you know, it involves a lot more nowadays. But I definitely know that the highlight of us spending time together is through communication, through us talking about certain topics. Like, we are like, you know, like when two little, well, you probably don't know, but I don't know if you guys like see like the beetles and like the little insects that stimulate each other, like with the antennas. Like, I feel like that's what be happening with us. Like, we have like invisible antennas, and it's just like stimulating each other mentally. So and that's very fulfilling. Like, I don't think I've ever felt like that in a relationship where I was like questioning things and really like, you know, gaining insight into what is not, who am I not, you know, and all these philosophical ass like topics. But it was like so thrilling to me. But yeah, what you think? Do you agree?
Yeah.
That's how we spend most of our time.
Yeah, we spend most of our time that way, studying. That's pretty much it, you know. We
going out to eat. He loved to eat. Like,
well, I can't go out to eat right now because I ain't gonna say it.
We can't go out to eat right now because we all know
quarantine.
So we've been cooking, but he loved going out to eat, and that's some of.
Like, so if anybody want to get to know me and want to treat me, take me out to eat, and we can have a real good conversation, you know. But no cheating though. I'm gonna do you wrong. I'm just gonna eat the food, give you a good conversation, and say bye bye.
Okay. Comment below if you guys like mentally stimulating conversations. I would love to know what you guys think. Question number 9. What was it like meeting each other's families for the first time?
I remember exactly.
I think I need to get a teacup for this one.
How it was. I had on
But not what you had on.
I don't want to go into details. I want to go into details.
Don't care about the details.
I want to go into details. Had on this all purple outfit from Walmart and one little cheap outfit. And
you don't gotta tell them that though.
But anyway, when she first brought me over to meet her parents, the first person I met was her mom. That was the first person I met when I came over. Pretty cool, you know. Then I met her father. But other than that, that's how it was when I first met them. I wasn't nervous. I'm used to meeting parents, you know. That's how it went for me.
Yeah, when I met his family, it was like no pressure. They embraced me. They welcomed me. I love my in-laws. Shout out to my in-laws. Yeah, I felt like I was part of like the family already when I first met them. And yeah, I think that's just kind of how it was when we met each other's families. It was not that much pressure, actually. Question number 10 and the last question is, what was one thing we've learned from each other? I can definitely say that I've learned how to be my own person from him. I learned how to just stand my ground and my beliefs and my decisions. Just, you know, living my own truth and being my own person, like exploring my own individuality, because like I feel like I was always such like a people's pleaser, and you know, like I had my own mind, but I just didn't really know how to be assertive in my decisions and be able to communicate that to other people. So I definitely think that he gave me like the strength and courage to be able to do what's best for me and to live my life for me. and no one else. So I definitely appreciate that.
What I actually learned from my wife was to focus on my mental health. You know, that comes first. Never give up on your goals. Continue to push forward regardless of anybody who said otherwise. Learn how to cut people off who's not for me. So I learned how to do that, you know, because some people use you out there. So those are things that I learned from my wife. Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's it, guys. We have the 10 questions and the 10 answers. If you guys like our content, if you like this video, make sure that you hit a thumbs up and that you like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so that you are informed every time we post a new video. These are our kids, everyone. This is Conscious. And this is Tay. Yeah. Say hi.
Hi. Hi.
Hi. So you guys will be seeing them too on our channel. Alright, see you guys in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.